probably tell by the title of this this stream, this is going to be a little bit different of a video. It's actually going to be a story time about me and my friends and a really whiskey night that we pulled off. And yeah, so sit back, relax, and get a quick scopes if I get any, and enjoy the video. So guys, this story starts out with me and my friends. We usually have sleepovers on the weekend, but today's was a wee bit different. We planned to go to my friend's house. We'll call him John, and we have this same group of guys that come over that we usually have. We'll call him, you know, me, Chip, and one of my friends, Jonathan, one of my friends, Ethan, and one of my friends, Kobe. Ethan was having us over that night, and Kobe was also there, and Kobe's kind of a lady killer, I guess you could say. And Kobe had been talking to us, or excuse me, yeah, Kobe had been talking to us for a while now about these girls that he was gonna have over, and so I was fine with it, you know, like it sounded like a good time, so I thought, you know, why not? So we had these girls over. We'll call them, you know, Francis and Noah. And Francis and Noah they were interesting. You know, they were cool people to hang out with, I guess, but I had not hung out with these people until the night that we hung out. I had no idea who they were, except that they went to a school close to mine. And so we had these people over, right? And so we had these people over. And, no, we're just chilling in the basement, having a good time, like we always do. And then Nora, one of the girls that's over, starts coming on to me, I guess. And, you know, she has some stuff in her system at the time, so it's not that big a deal. But she starts coming on to me, so, you know, we started, you know, hanging out in the bathroom for a little bit, and we were hanging out in the bathroom and, you know, having a good time, and then it happened that me and my friends were, you know, we didn't really expect much to come out of this, but just to have some people over. But actually, one of my friends, Ethan, his mom, that was having us over. She caught us for doing some stuff earlier in the day that we probably shouldn't have, but, you know, she was cool with it, and whatever, she was cool with what a lot of people wouldn't have been. And so I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. That made her a little bit suspect than usual, I guess you could say. So people came over, and we had to be, these, you know, Nora and Francis were being pretty loud, you know, considering all the stuff that was in their system, and they were just kind of crazy people in general. But they were fun to be with, besides that they were, you know, possibly gonna ruin our chances of having a good night. But we actually just, you know, started to hang out, and this was happening. We're trying to be as quiet as possible, I guess. And then it comes to be probably 3 o'clock, I guess I'd say. And we Ubered these Francis and Nora to our house. like I said earlier, I guess it's kind of a flashback, but we'd Ubered them to our house. They came in right away. Me and Nora started hitting it off, I guess you could say. So we were hanging out in the bathroom for a little bit, and then after a little bit, we had some Mexican candy, I guess you could say, stashed up that we were gonna possibly use for this night. So at about probably 4 o'clock, we had to sneak out this super squeaky glass door, and mind you, it's winter in Minnesota, so after the squeaky glass door, every single step is just on ice, and it's just like impossible to not make any sound. So it was just a very difficult situation. So we get out of the sliding door and we're stepping on the ice, and crunch, 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 right under Ethan's mom's bedroom, and we're just praying that she doesn't hear, because then, you know, we're all screwed. We're with 2 girls and we have Mexican candy, etc., etc.
Check your weapons. Hunt the enemy.
We actually successfully go to our normal spot where we, you know, eat the Mexican candy. And, you know, we get there, eat the Mexican candy successfully. And here's the hard part. You know,
Stay
these
wary.
girls already
Pick
have
your
stuff in their
shots.
systems, but, you know, and, you know, we can get too, but on Mexican candy. So, this is the hardest part. We have to sneak back in the squeaky door with all the eyes and on Mexican candy. So, this is when it gets difficult. And so, we're going back in, you know, it's crunching under our feet. And, you know, we're just trying to have a good time. We're not trying to worry about getting caught by Ethan's mom or anything. But unfortunately, we always have to be, so we successfully get back inside, which is surprising. And that was our main goal. That was our main priority at the time. And then we actually we got inside, you know, everything was good. And it comes to be, say, 5:30 probably in the morning, and we realized, okay, well, yeah, we need to get these people, you know, back to their houses, or else everyone's gonna be in a lot of trouble. So we go on Uber, and we go on Lyft to the things that we used Uber to get them to Ethan's house in the first place. So we tried to log on to Uber to get back home, and surprisingly, Uber was not working. To this day, we still don't know if it was the Mexican candy or if it was or what that was not making Uber work, but Uber just wasn't working. And so this is when the hard part of the story really comes into play, because we just were so confused. We just had no idea what to do, because Uber wasn't working. You know, we have these people at our house, and, like, what are we supposed to do at this point? We're all screwed if, you know, Ethan's mom comes down in the morning and she sees 2 girls hanging out with us. Like, what are we supposed to do? So we have to figure out how we're going to get these people home. So then, of course, I tell my friend to download Lyft, which is another ride service, and he is against it for some reason. And he just said it's, you know, too much work on Mexican candy to download Lyft, which, you know, I agree with him somewhat. You know, I wasn't gonna blame him. So then he didn't download Lyft, and he tried Uber for, you know, say half an hour, I guess. Just Uber was not working. For some reason, his account wasn't working, or as the Mexican candy, like I said, we don't really know. But then after about a half an hour of just being completely confused, we figure out that I suggest to use call a normal taxi, which for some reason we had not thought of. Yet again, Mexican candy was involved in this situation, so I don't know. So and we eventually thought about just calling a normal taxi. So we called it at 5:30, and we called the taxi at 5:30, and the taxi was glad, you know, some kind Indian guy picked it up, and or Somalian, and he was gladly going to, you know, bring these Nora and Francis home, which is very nice of him. And this is the hardest part of all time. We're all super tired because it's 5:30 in the morning. We're on Mexican candy and a little bit of what I like to call Jack in the Box, and we need to get these people back outside, and then we need to make sure that they get in the taxi so that they get home safe and that they don't get in trouble, so that we don't get in trouble. So we try, you know, we try to make these girls not laugh or leave the house, and then we actually somehow, some way, and it's a little bit of a blur, but somehow, some way, we got them outside, and we made sure that they were gonna get home safe and no one was gonna be in trouble. Don't ask me how we pulled this off, because I still don't know, but it went down as one of the most legendary nights in my friend group's history. And I don't know, it was just a great night, and somehow we pulled it off. We woke up the next morning to donuts by Ethan's mom, which was very nice for. Shout out to Ethan's mom if you're watching this. I really hope you're not, but if you are, thanks for the donuts. So yeah, guys, that was the story of how me and my friends all went to Ethan's house, had some girls over, snuck them in, snuck them out, snuck them in, and then snuck them back out again. For some reason, we didn't have the idea to call a cab driver, but that's how we pulled that off, and that's gonna be the story for today. You guys want me to continue to keep telling these stories on my YouTube channel, just drop a comment down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I'll probably be making more in the future, possibly one this weekend about a different story. But might not sound as crazy on here, but it's truly a crazy night. So now I know Francis and Nora a lot better. They're nice people, but it's kind of a crazy night. But for now, this is KnappGod signing off. And remember, kids, always keep your stick on the ice.